happening? Did somebody swat us? I'll be back, chat. Is it really? Is it prank?
Adil Shums, the owner of Cool Kicks LA, was arrested while streaming on Whatnot on October 2nd. He first thought it was a swatting call, but then the LAPD raided his store. On social media, images have surfaced allegedly of law enforcement seizing tons of Nike sneakers.
Sneaker resellers are finally losing, guys. It's been years. They've had their reign for so long, and they're finally taking the L's that they deserve. Look at this video here. This dummy thought it was a good idea to buy all the Jordan 1 True Blues, and look what happened to him. He got hit with a massive L. This is what they get, dog. I think we're in a great era for sneakers right now because it seems like the people that actually want sneakers are able to get them for retail, bro. And I hope this wave continues up until the hype sneakers like the Travis Scotts and the Off-Whites, because honestly, it's getting ridiculous that sneakers are reselling for almost tens of thousands of dollars. That's not fair to the average consumer, bro. Well, me personally, I live in America, and in America, we have this capitalistic nature. And with capitalism, you have this policy, this idea that if you buy all of something and control it, you create what's called a monopoly, right? With a monopoly, I can control the price of a sneaker, how much something is worth, etc., etc. I can literally control who gets what, and I have all the power simply because I had access to resources that other people didn't have, and I could create a new dynamic within the culture, guys. Is that fair? No, because it used to be back in the days, if you wanted a sneaker, all you had to do was wait in line, go in the store, buy them, and then you got them, bro. But since the advent of the internet and with computers and robots, people are able to use artificial methods to buy sneakers, and they're able to get access to something because they have money and they have power. Do you have the money to buy a supercomputer worth $40,000 that can literally make 40,000 raffles into a website? I think not. This is extremely unfair to the people that want the sneaker. This guy has been probably doing this for years now. He would buy up all the Jordans that he would want, get them, sell them, and then have his way with it. It's not fair at all. By doing this, resellers create an artificial value for sneakers, guys. Think about it. If a sneaker is worth $200, they buy up all the sneakers and it had a decent demand to it, right? Those sneakers now are worth $400 or $500, whatever price he sets. Not really what price he sets, but whatever price the consumer is willing to pay for it. Because at the end of the day, the person with the money determines the prices. Most of us buy sneakers for $800. We say that's what the value is. It's a fair market value. And guess what? Then it becomes the inherent value. Nike knows that people are doing this. Adidas knows. All the sneaker companies know that people do this. This allows the retail price to maintain at a certain level, guys. Imagine if people weren't buying up all the sneakers for $200 and then reselling them. The retail price would have to match the demand of the consumers. Think about it, guys. But since these people are going around and buying up all the sneakers, this makes it so that Nike is like, oh my god, we were able to sell our whole inventory for $200. Guess what? We might be able to get away with $210, $220, $230. The price will gradually increase more and more. So the reseller, it's a good deal because the profit margin is so high between $1,000 and $230 that it's a win-win for both parties involved. The only person that's losing is you. So why is it the case that now this guy can't resell all these sneakers? It's for a couple of things. One, people are starting to realize that if we one of the reasons is that people are starting to realize if they just let sneakers sit where they are, don't buy them from the resellers, don't be so quick to move, the price will gradually fall back to its retail price. In this case, it actually went under retail. Two, a lot of people have decided that, you know what, I don't have to keep buying sneakers brand new. I can get used sneakers. I can get replica sneakers. There are so many alternatives to buying sneakers from resellers that you don't have to support these practices anymore. People have already started to go to new sneaker brands, underground sneaker brands. New Balance has popped up. Asics has popped up. Now people are realizing that, you know what, I don't have to support the big conglomerates. I can just try something new and then get it for a fairer price. Nowadays, with the practice of just buying up all the sneakers, average sneakers have become so valuable. They're seen as grails. A lot of people automatically assume that when a Jordan 4 releases, it's going to go for double its price. It's the sneaker of the year. It's the holy grail. But honestly, it's just another mid colorway. A lot of sneakers have become so oversaturated because of resale culture. The idea that a sneaker will instantly sell just because of its name, its brand keep. No, dude, we're not doing this anymore. And like I said earlier, this practice promotes the sale of reps, honestly, bro, because a lot of people have gotten tired of paying resale for sneakers. We live in a culture nowadays that people care about what's cheapest and what's best for them. They aren't really too concerned with high quality value, you know what I'm saying, or morals or integrity. They just want something that looks good on their feet, looks good for the Instagram pics, the snap pics. They want to flick up with their bang, their boot thing, all that, you know? So a lot of people don't even care that sneakers are released on the sneakers app because they know they're going to take an L. They don't have a fair chance, and they have other ways of getting it, you know? So to the resellers, you guys are losing because of the fact that you have now created an artificial dynamic, which is the dumbest thing in the world. By doing this, where you buy up all the sneakers, you don't really have a good gauge on how the community is feeling about a sneaker because you're the idiot that bought all of them. So the only person who had a demand for it was you. These true blues were a brick. The real heart of the sneaker community, the real sneakerheads, they knew that these things were going to break hard, bro. But guess what? A lot of resellers have a very big disconnect to the true heart of the community, so they just buy whatever just because it's a pattern, it's a trend. Jordan sell, Yeezys sell, let's just buy them all, Like, take the foam runners for example, guys. Back in the day, those things would sell like crazy. Nowadays, they sit on the apps. And, you know, honestly, I think it's a good thing that these resellers are taking their L too, because the fun of buying sneakers has just been taken away and eliminated. Think about this, guys. A lot of times, a lot of people don't want to go on the apps because they know they're going to take an L. There's no thrill to cop anymore. It's just guaranteed disappointment. A lot of the times when you try to get something off the sneakers app, the app will crash, or if you get something off the Travis Scott website, the website will crash. There are terrible loading times. It's because the overabundance of artificial robots trying to do what a human can do. It's not fair. I don't have the money to buck up and just get a bunch of robots to buy sneakers. And if I did, I'm definitely not using them to buy robots. I'm going to buy the sneaker that I want. But some people, this is their lifestyle. This is their practice. The sneaker game has become the new stock market. It is the new Bitcoin. They're not Bitcoin mining. They're sneaker mining. And it's crazy to see that this is taking fold for sneakerheads. You know what I'm saying? But it's just another part of the game. I think this year we've really seen that sneaker resellers are not eating as much as they used to in the past. You can look at the Bread 4 Reimagined. Everybody that wanted a pair got a pair. Nike shock dropped them. It's almost like Nike is saying, you know what, we're not really feeling these resellers anymore. Let's see how much money we can keep in our own pockets. Let's just keep reselling the sneaker, and let's be the quote-unquote reseller. The Jordan 4 Military Blue, Industrial Blue, whatever name it's going by now, it's going to have 1 million pairs are going to release, guys. 1 million pairs. Dog, if you want a pair of those, you are most likely going to find a way to get a pair, especially the fact, when you consider the fact that those things shock drop already as well, there are so many opportunities nowadays to get sneakers. The used market is popping off. eBay's popping off. So resellers, y'all got to find a different avenue, guys. I actually think it's better for a sneaker reseller to get into selling used sneakers than it is for them to start buying new sneakers and trying to flip them, because that's not where the heart of the culture is anymore, dog. I think there's more love in the used sneaker community than there is in the new sneaker. I love seeing this. Let's keep it up, guys. The sneaker resellers continue to buy those bricks, continue to buy all those sneakers that nobody wants. You buy them all up, let them sit there, and help us get them under retail. You're a duck, and keep doing what you do. Quack, quack, quack. Thank you for watching the video. I'm telling y'all got these sneaker companies on edge listening to old 90s R&B songs talking about, you got me down on bended knee, because they are just missing you. Honestly, it's the end of the road. The sneaker companies are going broke because you don't want to buy sneakers anymore. Sneaker sales are down, and the question is, why have people stopped buying sneakers? Facts are facts. Sneakers are not selling out just like how they used to in the past, bro. Sneakers are constantly sitting. The releases are bland and predictable, and people aren't showing up like they used to. Simple fact is, the hype factor has died down. When you compare 2024 to 2023, sneaker sales are down by 6%. That is a large chunk of sneakers not being sold, considering the fact that it seems like sneakers have been on the rise ever since the pandemic. Nike stock has also dropped by 20%. It went from $94 to $74 in a matter of days. Sneakers simply aren't as marketable as they used to be. People are getting content with what they have because it's too costly to get new sneakers. The price of an Airforce is $115. I remember the days when those bad boys only cost $90. People are just tired of paying an arm and a leg just to get sneakers. It's too much work. There is no incentive to buy sneakers, and there's starting to be a shift within the culture. The companies have to look themselves in the mirror and take the blame for the current state of sneakers right now. You guys have ignored your customers for years. You don't listen to them, and you're down on your knees with your hands open, begging like a homeless man, begging me to put money in your cup. And here's my 2 cents. Any company's biggest biggest leader is not its CEO, it's their customer. Trust and value them, and they will return the favor to you. Lately, a lot of companies feel like their brands have been going so well, they've been going so up, they don't feel the need to get down on the consumer's level and really experience what they are experiencing right now. Yes, for the past 4 years, companies have really started to make a lot of money off of sneakers thanks to the whole digital boom. But with that, they've become very disconnected from their customers. Look at reselling apps like StockX. They don't have faces on there. They're just sneakers. And companies have begun to overestimate how loyal the customers are to them. The fact is, the customers are only loyal to the sneakers, not the companies themselves. They love Jordans, they love Air Maxes, but they don't really care for Nike that much, if that makes sense, guys. They're loyal to the products that they get. But I guarantee if Nike was like, hey, donate $1 to us because we need it to support a cause, people wouldn't be so quick to rush to that unless they got a product in return. Y'all understand what I'm saying? People only care about the products that they get. The products that they get are a reflection of the company's appreciation for them, the customer. So let's talk about the products. Customers aren't getting the sneakers that they want. They're getting Jordan 1s, Jordan 4s, and occasionally they'll release one sneaker out the vault every once in a while. And then the hype sneakers have the most competition, are almost impossible to get because the resellers get them before everybody else. You got bots, you got broken apps. There's so many discouraging things that occur when you're just trying to get a sneaker. On top of that, the sneaker prices are climbing in both the resale and the retail market. This makes customers feel like they're being taken advantage of. Why are you raking my pockets the way that you are? I am just out here trying to put shoes on my feet. You got back to school sneakers costing more than the whole outfit. It is ridiculous. On top of this, if you want diversity, it's going to cost you a lot of money. Most people just get black and white sneakers. A lot of people like having special pairs. They like having sneakers in their favorite color. They like having different sneakers for every outfit. But nowadays in this economy, it's going to cost you a lot of money to have a diverse collection of sneakers. And like I said earlier, the apps don't make it any easier to buy sneakers. The sneakers app is always crashing. There's never a consistent way of how to get sneakers. You just enter into some raffle, and if you're lucky enough to get your number called, you get to win the ability to spend money on a sneaker. I might as well play the lottery. It's cheaper and it has more yield. And outside of the broken methods that people use to obtain sneakers, let's talk about the incentives to being a loyal customer. Do we have rewards points? Is there some type of purchase protection? A lot of people are constantly buying sneakers off of Nike app, Adidas Confirmed app. And where is the reward for being a loyal customer? Yes, I understand every once in a while, Nike will make it so certain customers have exclusive access to sneakers, but that doesn't guarantee them nothing. What do I get for my loyalty that's guaranteed 100% of the time? If I do X, I'm guaranteed Y. That really doesn't exist in the sneaker world. The only thing that exists is you buy something, you're guaranteed to get it. The question is, how much are you willing to spend? And most people are not willing to spend the coin right now. And who do we point the finger at for making sneakers so expensive? Let's go ahead and play a game of Family Feud. We surveyed 100 sneakerheads and we tried to figure out what is the #1 reason why sneakers are so expensive. Survey says resellers, obviously. Let's just really analyze the facts, guys. Resellers have gatekept the culture and kicked average people out of an easy game. Resellers have put themselves first. Businesses do not work like that. You always must have the customer in mind. A lot of sneaker resellers have manipulated the market ever since the pandemic. I'm talking about the ones who use bots. I'm talking about the ones who scalp. I'm talking about the ones who buy up every sneaker before it releases. Those people, the ones who generate false hype for sneakers and try to profit off them, you guys are the ones who broke the culture. Prices are high, releases are predictable, and you guys set broken trends that have nothing to do with what people actually want. And what makes everything even worse, some of y'all cheat and lie. Yes, you cheat and lie. You get bots to do all your dirty work, and then when you can't do that, you go ahead and buy a bunch of reps off the internet and try to sell them as real. Dog, if you're gonna buy reps, just buy reps for yourself. Don't try to sell it to somebody else. What type of dumb, stupid practice is that? That's like going to a mechanic about a check engine light, and the only thing he does is just turn off the light. He never fixes the actual problem with your car. That's sketchy, dude. People trust resellers. They actually put a lot of trust in y'all, and you've broken people's trust. That's why the game ain't the same. You guys have generated an artificial demand for the wrong type of sneakers, and the companies are being misled because they think this is what people actually want, but you guys are not a representation of the culture. You are just a medium between the customers and the companies. That's it. When customers customers can't get what they want from the companies, they come to you, they trust you, and some of y'all have dropped the ball severely. Remember this, frustrated and hurt people don't spend their money. That is just a fact. When you're frustrated and you're hurt, you're defensive, and you're gonna keep all your resources to yourself. Look where we're at now. Resellers have pushed a lot of people out of the sneaker game. You have made it more of an economy, and the people who really appreciate sneakers don't feel like they belong in your current game. You guys have made a subculture for yourself that is just a little bit louder and more expressive than the current sneaker game that we have right now. But the truth is, you guys are being pushed out slowly. Never forget, we got options, just like a beautiful woman, a beautiful vixen who can go have any man in the world. I have options. Now, they may not be the best options, but I still got options. Fun psychology fact, humans will always take the path of least resistance. What does that mean? I'm going to do whatever I feel is easiest for myself. Whatever causes me the least amount of problems, I'm going to take that route because it's just better for me. Paying super high retail and resale prices isn't that easy. Many companies are taking the lead with comfortable and affordable sneakers. Look at New Balance, look at Hoka, look at On Cloud. They're really learning how to appeal just to people who want comfortable, affordable sneakers, and they're leading the wave right now. They're taking over, and people are realizing they don't have to have checks and stripes on every single sneaker that they own. On top of that, you guys are gonna hate the fact that I say it, reps are a thing. Reps have gotten much better. Reps have gotten much better over the years, and they're honestly a viable option to a lot of people. Truth is, Gen Z does not care where you got your sneaker from. As long as you know how to PTSO, you're good with them. And the economy is tough right now, dude. People can't afford all these expensive sneakers. Just take what you can get. A lot of people have to make the decision between eating and really being the most dripped out person in the room. And sometimes you don't need to do that. You can go to the thrift store and have a fire fit. I do it all the time. You don't need to spend a lot of money on clothes and sneakers in order to look good. And used sneakers are always an option, so people don't have to get new stuff all the time, guys. You guys forget, people will make options if they don't have options, bro. It is not that important to force people to do something they don't want to do. So why is all this happening right now at this current moment, and will things ever change? Right now, there needs to be balance in the sneaker game. Things are just too imbalanced. I feel like the people who make and sell the sneakers have way too much power right now, and the power is coming back to those who buy sneakers, because there has to be an equal balance between both of y'all, right? The people that buy sneakers need to feel appreciated, and the people that sell sneakers need to have a reason to sell them, because if we keep going down this route and never buying sneakers, the companies may just be like, you know what, we're just going to stop releasing sneakers. We'll just do whatever the trends dictate, and we'll just try to fit in the best we can. Sneaker culture is ever prominent. It's not going to die. I mean, honestly, people need footwear. Athletes need good shoes to wear. This is always going to be a continuous cycle. It's just right now, we're just pressing the reset button and getting things how they used to be. Fast fashion is the new wave. It is the new standard, in my opinion. I don't think it's a trend. I think people want things fast and they want results fast. You can blame Shein and Amazon, but how does that relate to sneakers? People want sneakers as quickly as possible. They want to have as many sneakers as possible. So there's always going to be a need to compete with, whether it be reps, whether it be the new Shein shoes that come out, whatever it is, these companies are going to have to adapt. I don't think they're going to be able to just get rid of all their competition. They need to understand and study their competition and figure out what they're doing well that they can replicate and add into their own brand. And the companies are starting to open their ears. They're cleaning out their earwax. They're starting to listen to the messages that we are presenting to them. I think over time we will have more power. There's going to be more grails that release. There's going to be better apps. There's going to be better ways to get sneakers. It's just right now things are a little rough, and it's okay. Sometimes you got to go through difficult times to get where you want to be. And I'm FitsByFree, He-Man, Himothy.